my Sagittarians, welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Edition. I'm your host to the universe, Christopher Witecki. Nice to see you again. This week, your free horoscope is sponsored by the Guardian Agency. We're rolling out a new feature this week called Psychic with Texts. These are designed to hit you at the right time, asking you a specific question, and the design is to pull intuitive information out of you. So it's meant to hit you at a time you aren't expecting. Just answer the question and write it down on a piece of paper. It's going to lead to, hopefully, a revelation. This is an interesting little experiment we're doing, helping people develop intuitively in the month of Pisces, which is about our intuition and psychic ability. It's going to be a big thing here in the next wave. And come on down to soulgarden.me. We've got a full group of people. It's your Facebook behind Facebook, where you can be yourself, or the soul can come out behind the mask, right? And you can really express who you are. We got a great staff. David Hauser is writing a lot of Sag News flashes this week, talking about Jimi Hendrix. What I like about David is he's got his thumb on all the still famous Sagittariuses who are still doing what they do best, traveling the world and partying all the time. So if you want to check in between parties, come on down. We'd love to see you. Now, we are in, as we begin this week, the state of Pisces. And the Pisces state of awareness is the consciousness that Sagittarius use to manifest home family foundation. So when you can get a Sagittarius to slow down and develop a home, it's usually pretty damn cozy. It's very Pisces cushion. That's because you are really a very delicate soul, and you require very delicate self-nurturing. A lot of Sagittarius is alive on the planet, especially with the Pluto transit. When Pluto went through Sag in the late 90s and early 2000s, that was such a rough ride. I think Sagittarius have gotten used to a rough ride, and so this particular transit is really about you starting to enjoy the finer things in life, starting to moisturize, starting to have just a more of a cushion for you to land on, so that when you return from these adventures, you can recharge. You can recharge. I was watching Indiana Jones this weekend with my son, and I was just thinking how he's such a Sag character, and how he's out there and he's so roughed out, you know, in the world. I hope he has a nice cushion pad at the old university where he's in tenure. Anyways, so where does that leave us? Well, as we begin this week, we're moving into chapter 2 to chapter 3 in the Sun in Pisces, and on Monday, Venus is ruling the day. So Monday is a day to, you know, go out and get those cushions, to start to pamp yourself, to start to self-nurture. And self-nurturing really is the necessary processes and behaviors to keep our emotions grounded, to keep our emotions cleared. That's why we self-nurture, so our emotions can rely and be steady. Emotions need us to eat well, sleep well, need us to address any kind of emotional negativity. They take a lot of work, and that's really what we're talking about when we're talking about self-nurturing. We're talking about dealing with your own emotions. So Monday is a day of restoring peace, restoring order. Maybe you can call off and just take Monday off for yourself, because it's a great day for that. The moon in Leo makes you very passionate, makes you very philosophical, puts you in an emotional state to do what you do best. You'll certainly want to be on a venture on Monday. Just make sure you do restore balance to your home family foundation if you burn the candle at both ends, Sagittarius. Another interesting thing too, major epiphany about what your heart really wants on Monday. That's because the Mercury will conjunct Uranus. That means your inner child is going to speak up. And you know, I'll tell you right now, in order for your inner child to feel free, the inner child has to feel safe. So this self-nurturing transit may not be fun, but it allows you to let out the fun, because when the inner child feels safe, he or she can be free. So do the self-nurturing. Whap, whap, whap. We'll keep saying it. Now, on Tuesday, Neptune rules the day, which is the day of logging in the higher self, getting intuitive thoughts. So Tuesday is a day really of finding where that cushion is, or finding exactly, or getting to the bottom of what your emotions really need to feel better, or what they have to get over. This might be you intuitively getting to the issue of a problem, maybe getting to what's actually bugging you. Perhaps it's where you're located, where you live, the neighborhood you live, perhaps a roommate, whatever. But intuition helps you get to the bottom of things on Tuesday. The moon stays in Leo, so you're very theoretical. You're kind of learning. It's kind of a cloudy day on Tuesday, frankly, with Neptune. And look at this Venus-Jupiter conjunction that is on approach. This is really one of the little things that's going to trip off the second holy shift next week. And what this is there's a new lifestyle about to be born for you, a whole new life. You self-nurturing, obviously, is a big ingredient, right? Now, if you need a little help, don't forget we have office hours in the mothership, or at the mothership at soulgarden.me, going live with our practitioners from Soulmart at 11 a.m. Pacific time. That's 9 a.m. Honolulu, and just keep going around the world to 7 p.m. in London. So come on down. If you have a webcam, we'd be happy to help you. Then on Wednesday, things get climactic. Why? We have a full moon. A full moon, of course, is an opposition, a tug of war between the sun, our capital awareness, and the moon, our emotions. So our capital and our emotions are going at two different sides. In your case, emotions shift to career. So career, get out there. You got to get to work. You got to do things. You got to build your career. Maybe in your head, you're thinking, well, I can't buy cushions until I'm a total success, which means I'll have to kill myself to get there to buy the cushions. That's not really the way it works. If you want to be successful in your career, you need solid potting soil to your soul garden, right? You can't bear fruit and flowers if you're not getting watered regularly, etc. But this opposition is kind of a tug-of-war between taking care of yourself and going out there and getting the career. Mars retrograde is saying to the Sagittarius, hey, you might have to change some of the details or of your ambitions, rewrite some of the script as Mars is in retrograde, so it's possible that the career is stretching you too much, and that's a lesson. Could also, could be reverse of that lesson too. Either way, it lights up and it hits Mars, so the whole soul pyramid is hit on this particular full moon. I'll be sending out Witecki in GA that helps you along that. On Thursday, we act right away. Mars rules the day, so whatever it is you came to there on the full moon and deciding and what you need and the balance between those two areas, then suddenly it's go time. So you're going to kick the roommate out, make the decision, give your landlord notice, go buy the cushions, whatever it is, it's time to put it into action. If you don't put it into action, it could cause anxiety. Okay, I just want to put it out there, especially anxiety at work, because the moon is still full. It's coming down, but it's still full, so you could still be having anxiety at work on this day. But it's really about taking action, moving forward. Again, we have office hours on Thursdays at 11 a.m. So come on down on Thursday if you can't make it on Tuesday. On Friday's about manifesting. We'll be in transition into chapter 3. That means it's now time to take all these ideas and put them into emotion. Get your feelings behind these ideas, manifest the self-nurturing you need to manifest, and begin to actually work with your emotions. So now we're bringing your emotions to this new theoretical self-nurturing bin, which means you're going to have to accept how you really feel about certain things in life. Now, one of the fascinating things is on this particular day, when you're really emotion and you're transitioning into motion, your emotions go social. The moon moves into Libra. So now, even though you are really needing to focus on yourself, public opinion might be a little too important on Friday, so be conscious of that and don't let public opinion pull you off your path. Again, this grand trine, just tightening. Don't forget, on Fridays, Carolyn Nagel and myself have SG Live. We've really figured out our formula. This week, we're talking about developing your psychic side. So we're talking about famous psychics and the actual techniques and things like that, and hopefully talking or hearing from the viewers. So come on down. And if you can't make it at the prime time live, well, you can always watch it. They are recorded and stored right there. Then on the weekend, it's kind of like sliding into home base. In fact, really, if you can spend some time in home, it's a good time on Saturday too. There might be a little bit of a ripcord. The ripcord will have to do with your lifestyle and the needs of your lifestyle and the needs of your social life. So social life comes into conflict with lifestyle. Lifestyle, by the way, includes health. Okay, so although this is a health issue, that was like a Sylvester moment. Although there's a health issue, it's about health. It's really about self-nurturing. I mean, if you were self-nurturing to begin with, maybe you wouldn't have an health issue. So that's really kind of what it is on Saturday. And emotions, what triggers all this? Well, your friends, they want to stay out all night for 2 more nights or something like that. And the moon crossing Saturn means you got to grow up or get responsible about where you belong in society. So Saturday is not so much fun, unfortunately. Sunday actually will be pretty chill. On Sunday, we're gonna be ruled by your home planet, which is Jupiter. Sorry, I was gonna blink for your home planet, which means you're feeling natural, you're feeling yourself, and the moon is in a Scorpio, so you're gonna be very private. Now, usually that triggers issues of faith or fears, but not on Sunday, because your home planet, I think, is gonna make you feel solid. So Sunday's a private day, but a strong day. By the way, if you purchase an Act 1 video, go back, watch the end of the video. This next holy shift next week is this March 14th date I was bringing up. It's a cool thing. It's 39 degrees. It's really kind of, historical. But I get deep on it in Act 1, and that's going to wrap up what Act 1 does. So go back and watch that and prep yourself for the next week. All right, my Sagittariuses, that's all I have for you. I will be seeing you online, or I'll be seeing you in 7 days. Either way, live, love, be.